Fractal and Sidnev in the semis. The winner goes to the finals. 3-2-1 Tetris. So I don't know the status of Hufflepuffus right now. I will hope that Huff can get this sorted and that both players are, available to play. I think some of the reasons that the other match was scheduled to go first was because of the availability of the players. Oh, there's an adjustment from Sidnev. And 2 Tetrises to begin for Fractal. Maybe trying to stay a little perfect here. No burn so far for Fractal and 3 Tetrises. 47,000 for Sidnev. Sidnev, of course, with her characteristic 1 push down point. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, go to ctm.gg/matcherino. This is our last chance to get us to over the $2,000 mark, where we can pay the top 8 instead of the top 4. We've done it pretty much every month. I think there was 1 month we didn't in the last 2.5 years. All right, Fractal with the roommate situation going there, but it's all right. He's battle tested. Fractal 83,000, Sidnev 97,000. Now, of course, this is no cap November. That means there is no level 39 super kill screen. Players have, however deep they can get to chase down their opponent. The old school way that Tetris used to be played, before we pioneered the level 39 super kill screen, which was then picked up by the classic Tetris so-called World Championship. 135 for Fractal, 153 for Sidnev. Fractal working 1 row off the bottom. It's great to have our YouTube fans here live in chat today. That is what this stream will be known for. Our first bracket streamed live on YouTube. There was a question earlier as to whether we will continue to have the edited versions available and, edited after this. And so, as far as I know, yes. As far as I know, I guess it's my decision. But yeah, no current plans to do away with the edited version. But who knows? Maybe Dan V will join the Video Editors Union and negotiate himself out of a job. That's right. Union busting Vandy. 192 for Sidnev. Bang Tetris for Fractal. 256. Sidnev gets a Tetris. Back by 41,000 points. There's some copy pasta. See, look at in Twitch, we have tons of copy pasta. YouTube, there is no copy pasta whatsoever. You gonna take that, YouTube? Tetris Fractal still working 1 row off the bottom. Sidnev gonna bypass that Vitz and get the Tetris. That seems sensible. Been able to fill in that Vitz and now get a long bar here for the Tetris. 272. This alt says YouTube is more principled. Oh, there you go. See, now the real rivalry begins. We got 83 on YouTube and 162 on Twitch. Fractal still 1 row off the bottom, just to make a little gap there. Long bar down, Tetris, Fractal, 398 through 98, 318 through 95 for Sidnev. Sidnev will get a Tetris. Sidnev, of course, from the Netherworld. And Fractal from Texas, the Netherworld. The Netherlands, right? Netherlands always sounds to me like it's like the upside down world or like hell or something. The Netherworld. The Netherlands. Do not venture into the Netherlands. Well, Fractal from Texas, but I don't want to dox Fractal by saying he's in Massachusetts. Oh, whoops. Sorry. 432 for each player, 1 line separating them. All right, just 10 lines to go before the level 19 transition. The speed will increase by 50%. 501 Fractal. Just one Tetris to go. We'll see. Is he going to bring this down? No, he's going to build that Tetris on top. Would love a long bar now and gets it. So able to uncover that gap. Fractal had that gap there basically the entire game and was able to expose it just in time for level 19. So there you go. Fractal is in. Sidnev now in and past the transition at 508. Tetris Sidnev 532, Fractal 575. A real epic matchup of these two players. I'm sure both of them want to win very badly. Fractal, of course, our reigning Masters event champion, won Faster Masters last month and now is winning kind of the opposite of Faster Masters. Faster Masters, of course, starts on 19 and has a 39 cap, so that's 200 lines. And this format is basically infinite lines. And Fractal was the first player ever to glitch the colors by getting to level 100 and what was it, 138? Is that the level? I forget. So and that was on PAL, but pretty much the same accomplishment. No, this is live. This is definitely live. This is, if you're St. Nicholas, this is live. Yes, if you're hearing your name, you're hearing me say your name, it's live. 698 Sidnev 733 Fractal. It is currently 3:42 Central Time, November 30th. So it is live, if it's that time for you. Fractal going to clean up that little double over the right side well. And ahead, now Sidnev ahead by a small amount, but basically neck and neck, same line count. Fractal ahead by, Sidnev ahead by about a Tetris. Both of these players, of course, played in the Classic Tetris World Championship of 2023. So that is, I hope that's not a spoiler, if I'm allowed to say that. Fractal gonna Tetris, Sidnev gonna Tetris. Keith Miller with the 100, is that American dollars? Keith Miller with the 100 American dollars. Super chat, super thanks, whatever it is. Thank you so much, Keith Miller. That is very generous, and that's making me think, oh, maybe we will stay on YouTube. Fractal just about went away from the from a max out, and so is Sidnev. That's amazingly generous. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that helps a lot. Fractal with the max out, Sidnev with the max out. Under 10 lines to go before the level 29 transition. And remember, this is no cap November. There is no level 39 super kill screen, so players do not have to play super aggressive. They can feel each other out, single and double, see what's going to happen. They can take, don't have to take a lot of crazy risks, so they're playing super low, and you can see that. Fractal is building out both the right and the left side. And so clearly there's a strategy here of just not topping out, which is the GTO strategy for you game theorists out there, right? Just don't top out. Just play. Oh, there's Fractal, though, setting up a Tetris. But yeah, so Fractal taking opportunities to set up, easy Tetrises, but not forcing them. There's another setup, and there you go. C47 Fractal, B70 Sidnev. Fractal ahead by about 80,000 points. B82 Sidnev. Sidnev just going to bring this down. So you'll see, players will, set up for Tetris is what Fractal seems to be doing. Setting up for easy Tetris is not taking any big risks. Sidnev setting up column 4 Tetris and gets it. So C32 for Sidnev. C77 Fractal. Sidnev back by about a Tetris now. And they have unlimited chase down ability. So if a player tops out, they can be chased down forever. You'll see players, Sidnev could have used that to set up for a center well Tetris, but did not like the, I think probably the right side of the board. So just says, you know what? I don't need to force it. I can just go. So those of you who are not fans of the 39 super kill screen, this is your moment. This is what you have been longing for. All right, Fractal with a long bar dependency there in column 2, and you just start to worry because we're not used to seeing them stack this high. D20 Fractal C85 for Sidnev. It's a 35,000 point lead for Fractal. Less than a Tetris at right side for Fractal. It's going to need some attention. We're just going to try to take this down safely. Fractal still with that lead. And yes, looks like Fractal is going to be able to bring this down. And Sidnev, you know, kind of like, okay, maybe I'll set up for something. But no, taking that triple. Sidnev still within less than a Tetris of Fractal. Fractal with a good board, clean, both players. Now past level 39. So that was the super kill screen. And Fractal setting up for a Tetris, but taking it down. It just wasn't working. And so just deciding to take it down. No pressure to build up. Again, Fractal, the first player ever to achieve glitched colors at level 1, whatever it is, 138 in an NES Tetris game. That was in the PAL version. There's a dirty Tetris. Sidnev into the lead now. Now the E there stands for 1.4 million. A is a million, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. E is 1.4, F 1.5, and then it'll roll over, I believe, on this ROM. Should roll over the score for 1.6. Fractal now behind by 20,000 points. Fractal may be looking to get set up, but again, taking it down, not messing around. The player's super concentrating. And of course, the factor here is this is game number 1. And, you know, players are having to expend a great deal of mental energy. Fractal actually set up for a Tetris. And this could be a problem. Needs a long bar over to the left side. And Fractal is going to top out. So Fractal kind of blinking first. And Sidnev is good in game number 1. GG's. Sidnev outlasting Fractal. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. This alt says, gee, I never knew how much time there was between games. Yes. Because we do have to get the players their pieces, and sometimes players need a breather as well. Sometimes they, believe it or not, they're human, and they need to go to the bathroom, and so we have to wait for that. This is the whole side of things that YouTube is not aware of. Yeah, believe it or not, these are humans. Zella Zowie with the $6.90 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much for the 690 cents. Why make Fractal mirrored? Oh, that's a good point. I don't know why Fractal's mirrored. I'm not going to mess with it now. I'll mess with it in between games. See, ideally, if you look, there's a big black bar in the middle third of the screen. Ideally, we like the players to leave enough negative space around their bodies so that we can actually fill in the entire frame with pictures, but it's also difficult to do because not everybody's home setup or their room is able to do that. So sometimes we mirror the players or just leave that black bar in the middle. But I don't know, maybe the last time Fractal's setup was easier to mirror, so. $144 for Sidnev, who has the 1 pushdown points. Fractal so far with no pushdown points. My word. So yeah, I will unreverse Fractal after this game. All right, let's see if the OBS glitch happens again in this new updated version. The answer is no, so that is good. You want me to do it right now? All right, we'll see what happens. I'll try it. 234 for Fractal, 222 for Sidnev. But I don't want to jostle Fractal. What if I knock the controller out of his hand? Oh, weird, but it's not letting me do that, actually. It's like... It's, the option is grayed out, so I can't do it right now. 281 Fractal, 292 for Sidnev. Can someone tell Scout CTM Masters is live on YouTube? I think he knows. Deep down in his heart, I think he knows. 312 Fractal, 338 Sidnev. Fractal gonna Tetris 337. And if anybody is out there and can get sort of an update on Huffaluffagus, that would be great. If anybody wants to do a little unpaid interning there and figure out what Huff is up to. $387 for Sidnev, 363 Fractal. So the part that has not been uploaded was to YouTube. Obviously is the part where Sidnev made her way to the finals. Those two matches. So sorry for the spoilers, guys. 391 Fractal, 394 for Sidnev. Dirty Tetris Sidnev. Wow, a Game Scout is here. Oh my word, I watch your videos. Game Scout is here? Oh my word. £10. Thank you for £10 contribution, St. Nicholas Super Chat. Thank you very, very much. Says, thanks for bringing CTM Live to YouTube. Well, you're welcome. $488 Sidnev, 467 Fractal. Fractal still trying to dig out. He's got some gaps over on the right side of the stack. And kind of a little pesky, I would say, those are. You know, in order to fix gaps, you have to place pieces, and sometimes in placing those pieces, you leave additional garbage over the very gaps that you're concerned about. So that is what Fractal was experiencing for a while. Fractal 481 into 19. Sidnev 584 into 19, so over 100,000 point lead for Sidnev. Thank you so much, Matthew99A, for the $1 super chat. Says message retracted. I don't know what it was, but I'm sure it was heartfelt, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the contribution. 664 Sidnev. Oh, Fractal amusing himself with that adjustment. Matthew99 with the $2 contribution says, let's go Fractal. I'm very distracted. I got two chats to follow now. I guess there's a tool where I can combine the chats. Maybe I'll get that. But this is all very kind of... I only figured out how to do this morning. 601 Fractal, 728 Sidnev. Sidnev trying to get Longbar into that column 2 well, is eventually just going to have to bring it down and kind of reset it over to column 10. Dirty Tetris Sidnev, 768. Fractal, 659. Yes, the last time Fractal played Sidnev was in CTM was in September 2023. And Sidnev won that match. So Fractal trying to get some revenge on Sidnev. $815 for Sidnev, $787 Fractal. $750 from Henry DS saying, let's go Sidnev. Thank you so much for the super chat, Henry. Appreciate it. I really appreciate the warm welcome we're having over here on YouTube. Twitch, what's up with y'all? Kind of making you look bad. Of course, everybody's so already subscribed on Twitch. 885 Fractal. He's good at Tetris. He's actually in the lead now after being back by 100,000 points. Of course, Fractal, the runner-up in the 2022 Classic Tetris World Championship against Eric ICX. That I can say. Is that a spoiler? $7.51 from Matthew. Yeah, $7.51 says, let's go Fractal. And we are into 29 Fractal with the max out. Sidnev at 954. Having to bring this down. Neither player with kind of an ideal board, but Fractal's a little bit cleaner, I think, right now. Sidnev's lower. Oh, that. Okay, there's a good Tetris there from Fractal. A85. That'll bring the board down and allow Fractal to survive. Now, Fractal trying to bring the stack down. Once this game is over, remind me to switch Fractal around. 1.1 for Fractal. Max out here for Sidnev. All right, there's a great triple for Fractal to bring this down. And all right, looks like Fractal's board is back down to safety. Has over 100,000 point lead over Sidnev. Fractal is setting up for a Tetris. Keeping that well open, taking the burns, not getting the bar, keeps taking triples and doubles to keep it open. And the game, he just hit that drought at the wrong moment. Ends up having to take a triple. I'm sure he's happy just to still be here. And he's setting up again. And I was wondering if you'd see something like this where players who have now become accustomed to aggressive 29 play, if now playing a little safe will be a little problematic. But no, Fractal, you know, one of the best players in the world, not having any trouble. B99 Fractal. He's got the 1.2 now. Sidnev with the 1.07. So Fractal now 150,000 points ahead. And players basically in chicken mode, kind of daring each other to get aggressive. And basically waiting until one player gets RNG'd or makes a mistake. Fractal set up for a Tetris, but ends up bringing it down. Gonna just take that triple. Sidnev with the 1.1. They are on level 39. No 39 super kill screen. This is still 29 speed, same speed. There's no cap, November. Of course, Fractal involved in a very famous uncapped game in CTWC. What, level 60? 60 something. 69, past 69. I don't remember the details, okay? I'm old. The 1.3 for Fractal. Sidnev 1.17. Fractal setting, Sidnev setting up for a Tetris and getting it. C24 now within 100,000 points. There is a psychology here as well. I mean, you can, obviously the unexploitable strategy is just never top out. Be so safe that you just never top out. But there's a psychology as well where, maybe you get so far ahead players start to, you know, we want to chase that down and close the gap, and then create this, you know, commit mistakes. Sidnev's board getting high there. That's going to be a top out. Sidnev. Fractal is good in game number 2. Tying it up. GG's Fractal. And it is game 3 between Fractal and Sidnev, tied a game apiece. Let's go. 3-2-1 Tetris. Lothmohismus says, what is a stencil? The stencil is a special image that when the players are broadcasting to their Twitch channel, allows them to line it up in such a way that we can then make use of that footage during our live broadcast, and everything lines up properly and works correctly. So they stream using a standard visual format that allows us to line everything up, and that format has become standard pretty much in the classic Tetris community. So pretty much everyone's using it, and that allows the community to have restreams and to be able to say, oh, well, if they're on stencil, then I can make my restreaming scenes up in a consistent way that already matches with what everybody's doing. So that standard has helped a lot. All right, we are underway here in game 3. Game 2 was so long ago, I don't really remember how it went down, but we are here, and it is tied up what was once a best of 5. Now best of 3 between these two great players. Fractal, of course, our reigning CTM Masters event champion, having won Mega Masters. No, not Mega Masters. I'm sorry, winning Faster Masters. He was our first Mega Masters champion in 2022. Bagella Sonic says, why is it 1-1? It's 1-1 because this match started earlier before the other match, but there were technical issues. So while those were worked out, we played the other match. And so now we are revisiting it where it was when we had to start the other match. It's a very long story. But this is what you're missing on, if you're on YouTube, this is what you've missed all these years. 237 apiece for each of these players. T-Spin, Fractal, middle of the stack. Tetris down the right side, 260 for both now. Tetris, Fractal, 283. Yeah, they are just super neck and neck, separated by 381 points. I think 380 is half of a line. So a line clear here is 760, right? And I am so, I'm pretty wiped from how this has gone so far. Even though we're really not that, we're 2 hours and 45 minutes in to the stream, but just emotionally exhausted. So I'm actually drinking coffee at 5:30, which I don't normally do. 420 for Sidnev, 401 Fractal. And really, I'm drinking 14 ounces of it. So this is like 2 coffees. Tetris, Sidnev, 489, 470 Fractal. We approach the 100 line mark. They've got a great scores through 100 lines. Mari asking what happens with this stream when it's done. Will it go private and then upload the matches later? Good question. Dan V, I'm willing to defer to you on this, but I think it should probably go private and then until the edited version comes out. Dan V says, no, I will delete the channel. That's probably for the best. Sidnev cleaning, Fractal cleaning. 561 Sidnev, 508 Fractal, 15 lines away from the level 19 transition. Dan says you are a bald fraud. Oh, thank you, Tugi. Vandy, what is your PB in Tetris? Says Joanki or Jonky. 603 transition Fractal. 630. No, 656 for Sidnev transition. Jonky, my PB is 801. 801,000. And I'm going to try to grind to a max out the rest of the month, which is hard because there's holidays and stuff to do, but 608 Fractal, 688. Sidnev's going to get a Tetris down the right side. 713. Yeah, how do we get some of these bot commands in YouTube? Professor L, I think, is it the age of trying to get Classic Tetris bot into YouTube now? God help us. 773 Sidnev, 735 Fractal. All right, Fractal Spire has a Spire, gets a long bar over for the Tetris. Build out that left to set up for a Tetris on the right side. Dan Weller says, WTF, I never said that. I'm being framed. I don't know. I believe Tukey. And by the way, if you do want to play in December Classic Tetris Monthly, there is still time to qualify in, at least in North America. Today's the last day. So go to go.ctm.gg and you can go qualify. 982 Sidnev, 973 for Fractal. The Matcherino sits at $1,699.99. Thanks to those of you who have contributed. I probably think I missed one in there. Game Scout 579. We still need $300.01 to unlock our $2,000 incentive, which will pay 8 players, the top 8 instead of the top 4. So if you want to contribute to the prize pool, go to ctm.gg/Matcherino. If you're in the YouTube, if you're on Twitch, you can use the Matcherino command to bring up that link. But please help us get there. Everything you contribute goes to the players. We don't take a dime of it. It's a little bit of a processing fee for Matcherino for offering the service, and we are happy to have them charge that fee because they've been great. B57 Fractal, 5 lines away from the level 29 transition. Kikotis with the subscription on Twitch. Thank you so much. Fractal is into 29 at B96. Needs to uncover that right side. Maybe transitioning a little bit high. Gets a long bar over. Fractal, amazing. I'm amazed every time I see it. 1.2 for Fractal. Sidnev is in with a 1.1, nearly a 1.2. Fractal ahead right now by 37,000 points. Super close. Fractal actually set up for a Tetris. Taking a skim, gets a Tetris C74. So increasing that lead is up by 70,000 points now. 2 Tetrises, a little under that. By the way, there are both free and paid ways to contribute to the prize pool. So free ways are to do sponsor quests. Those are just liking and following accounts and doing surveys and all that kind of stuff. That's free. So if you're watching, please at least do that. I'd love to get to 2,000. 1.3 for Fractal. Still ahead by about 70,000 points. And Sidnev, you can see playing very carefully, filling out both sides of the board, right? Well, if you see that long bar going to the right side, so you know she is not playing aggressively there. Just really just waiting for something to befall Fractal. And there's a dirty Tetris. Fractal D87, 107,000 point lead now for Fractal. Mr. Vastine says the game started in November and will end in December. It's quite possible. Fractal's board starting to climb a little bit. This is kind of survival mode for Fractal. Gets that long bar to the left. And can't get that. So the 1.4 for Fractal, the target is 1.42. 1.42 for Sidnev. And we got 15 additional cents in the prize pool to get this to 1,700. So 1.42 is the target. That's an E. Let's call it E20, E or whatever. E15 or 1.415, whatever. Just get to E and get the Tetris. There you go. So Sidnev with that Tetris, just 10,000 points away. All right, gonna get that double, and there it is. Sidnev is good. Yes. Sidnev has taken game number 3, and there is a Tetris to seal it. All right, both players ready. It is game 4. Sidnev up 2-1. Let's go ahead and get these players ready. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Looks like we had a $20 contribution from Oath Og. Thank you, Oath Og. Or Oath Og. I don't know who you are, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Othog, you're the best. 20 bucks. Look at that. Getting it done. 280 to go, guys. Let's get it. 280 to go. 3, 2, 1 countdown bits from Harold. Thank you. Remember, super chats and super stickers are very helpful to the stream. Matcherino is helpful to the players. It's a very, very exciting matchup. Fractal Sidnev. Of course, we saw these two players. Who can forget these two players playing an amazing match in September 2023 CTM. And the CTEC finals in 2021. All right, Fractal having to take a triple down there. All right, gonna uncover that well. Sidnev nails that T-spin. Mountain Dew says, has Sidnev won Masters? I forget. No. So she's looking for her first one. All right, kind of having to spin tuck some pieces over there to the right. Could actually fling a long bar in there for no reason. No, not anymore. But I would have enjoyed it. 178 Fractal, 200 for Sidnev. Now clean. Has a long bar dependency in the middle of the stack. Yeah, Sidnev has made finals several times, but has yet to bring one home. Sidnev now set up in the center and gets that Tetris back in the lead, but also ahead in lines as well. So really, Fractal has a very tiny pace lead. Go with that score lead. Alex Thatch says, can I have moderator? I've contributed to this community a lot. Oh, man. I'll have to think about that one. I'll think about it. You'll have to write me a 1,000-word essay. Why do I want to be a CTM YouTube moderator? All right, thanks to those of you doing sponsor quests as well. This just puts us $219.71 away from our $2,000 incentive, which will pay the top 8 instead of the top 4. Just about 280 bucks will do it. It means if 28 people each contribute 10 bucks, we're there. And I'll tell you one thing, it does mean a lot to the players because it means like basically half the field gets a prize. It makes it worth their while. And I feel good about coming back next month. You know, the top players in the world. Go to ctm.gg/Matcherino. Oh, yeah. For Sidnev, 1 point ahead. Same line count. That one pushdown point.
We prefer doing things our own way.
That would be crazy. All right, Tetris there sitting at 521. Fractal having to take some burns here. And we're getting close to the 19 transition and the game being a little stingy with the long bars right now. Oh, Fractal going to stand up that J piece at the last moment and get that long bar in. Sidnev going to transition in at 546. Fractal in at 570. And they are now super neck and neck after Tetrising. Fractal needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. He's the defending CTM Masters champion, having won Faster Masters last month. Tetris Fractal. There's a $10 contribution from Jeff Mack 2012. Thank you so much, Jeff, heeding the call. The $10 contribution. Really appreciate it. $662 Fractal. Tetris Sidnev $735. Tetris Fractal $691. Oh, look at the adjustment. Fractal liked it. Gets a Tetris $720. Another Tetris Fractal $749. All right, Sidnev setting up some kind of overhangs here. Gonna get that S spin. Square in place. Z in place. Tetris. 822 Fractal. Dropped a little bit of frames there, guys. My apologies. That should clear up in a moment. There it is. It was me. Oh. I'm streaming my the music from my phone by Bluetooth into the mixer, and that means if somebody calls me, The ringtone comes out on... I'm going to have to fix that. They're calling about my car's extended warranty. Sidnev in a dig. This is very tough. Longbar is going to help fill in the stack, but I don't know if Sidnev's going to survive. And the answer is no. Sidnev going to top out 952, and Fractal is going to hang on and force a deciding game 5. Oh my word. All right, both players are ready. I am ready. You're all ready. We got $270 to go till we get to our $2,000 incentive. CTM.gg/Matcherino. Let's get there. Let's count these players down. The winner goes to the finals. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Countdown button. Harold, 3, 2, 1, countdown bits. Thank you. The 1 push down point for Sidnev. And I will not say who is waiting in the finals, even though we already know that. Did I say it at all during this second half of this match? I don't think so. I don't think you'll have to edit it out. But I think you can still put them up in this order there, Dan V. Oh yeah, there's a command that I use on Twitch which generates the piece sequence for the players, but I also have another command which generates a countdown in chat for the players to key off of so they can synchronize their starts. Once in a while, at least once or twice per stream, I hit the wrong one. So YouTube needing the explanation. $136 Fractal, 136 for Sidnev. Sidnev up by 1 push down point. Fractal taking another hit off that lotion. Oh, can't get the double tuck of that L piece. And Fractal's board a little bit messed up as a result of the missed drop and the missed double tuck. There we go. Looks like he's going to uncover that right side and slot in a Tetris. Pumpy Heart says, I'm watching this on my phone on YouTube and I love it. So today's an eating day for Vandy. So I'm breaking my fast today. I think I've been fasting, 48 hours. So not sure what we're going to have. Although Sue has been eating a lot of poultry lately. So what should I have, fans? What do you think we should have for dinner? Guafi says pizza. That's a thought. I have a carnivore pizza crust I can make, although that does involve poultry. Because you make it, believe it or not, you can make a fake pizza crust out of canned chicken. But I think Sue might be looking for beef. Sardines, fish taco. Buzz and Bang says chicken biscuit sandwiches. I can't have those biscuits right now, Buzz and Bangs. 326 Sidnev, 290. Like, why is he always talking about dinner? Can he focus on Tetris? We had a $15 contribution from Quinn Culver to get us to 1745. Thank you so much. 255 to go. And this is our second to last match of the month. So if we're going to get to 2,000, we're running out of time. All it takes is just a bunch of, rinky-dink little contributions. And we can get there. Of course, it'd be great if anybody wanted to come in and do one big one. 358 Fractal, 394 Sidnev. Of course, we've been entertaining you for years with the highest level Tetris play in the world. So, you know, every once in a while, maybe you help us out or help out the players, really. Sidnev up near the top of the board, and this is very dicey. That left side is going to be tough. Gets a T over. What is this survival? And that long bar to the right. This is crazy survival. Long bar to the left. Oh no, that right side. This could be it for Sidnev, and that's going to be a top out for Sidnev. And Fractal is ahead, and Sidnev is not going to be able to survive. Fractal will be moving on to the finals, and Sidnev is out. Oh no. So another time in the finals. Sidnev not able to get through. In fact, neither of our players who would be first-time winners were able to get through our previous champions this month. But a great effort by Sidnev. Did amazing. And hopefully we will see Sidnev again. But that obviously disappointing for Sidnev, but a great run and a great performance. So GG's to you, Sidnev. Hope to see you again. Fractal, GG's to you. You will be playing in the finals